Rama Rama Hare Hare. Okay, so we covered the first verse, no? Anyabhilashida Shunyam. Who remembered the verse? Anyone memorized? Can someone recite?
Can I try, Mata?
Yes, Maharaj Lakshmi.
Anyabhilashita Shunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavritam Anukulena Krishnanushilanam Bhaktir Uttama.
Yes, can you tell the meaning, Mataji?
Mm.
Definition of pure devotional service, no?
Yeah.
Anyabhilashita Shunyam means?
No
other
material devotees, no material desire.
Don't want any material desire except to please Krishna.
Without any material desires, accepting Krishna. Okay.
Action only for the pleasure of the
Krishna. Please Krishna. That is pure devotional service. Okay. And it should be devoid of knowledge and jnana and karma. Okay, so this is what we covered last class. Anyabhilashita Shunyam. Jnana karma dhanamridam anukulina Krishnanshilam Bhakti Uttama. And we also saw the 6 characteristics of pure devotional service. Can anyone say? What are the 6 things?
Kleshagni.
Yes.
Shubha.
Kleshagni Shubha. Moksha Lagu Krita.
Yes.
Sudurlabha. Sandrananda Vishishta.
Yeah.
And Sri Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna. So when you do pure devotional service, what happens? There are 6 things will happen. That is, there will be Kleshagni. That is, all your distress will go away. And there will be Shubhada. That is, all auspiciousness will come. And Sandrananda Visheshana. There will be transcendental bliss, happiness. And it is Krishna Garshni. It attracts even Krishna. Moksha Laguru. It makes even moksha very insignificant. And it is Sudurlabha. It's very, very rare. Yeah, Sadhananda Visheshatma gives transcendental bliss. And it's very rare. Sudurlabha it's got. Okay, so these are the things we saw. And also, so that was the 6 characteristics of pure devotional service. So I think we want to know, now we have to learn more about sadhana bhakti. Different types of bhakti.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, then Sarup Lakshana, Tatastha Lakshana, they are also characteristic or not, Mataji?
Yes, that is explaining the verse, but 6 characteristics specifically it is there.
They are also known as primary and secondary, or?
Yes. So 6 characteristics is different. These are the lakshanas, okay, of pure devotional service, but characteristics is different. Okay, that is those 6 things which we explained. Okay. So today we'll see about today we'll see about the different types of devotees, like the categories of devotees. Okay, so different sections of devotees. We'll see that today. And
Mataji, we have not gone live on YouTube, Mataji.
It is not gone. I just saw. I was just going. Yeah, it's going. I just went. Like,
it's going, Mataji.
Yeah. Okay, so today we'll see the different types of devotees. Like, what are the, see, nectar of devotion is very vast, so we'll not be covering page by page, but at least we will be covering the more major important topics. Okay, so here, does anyone know the 3 types of devotees?
Mataji, Kanishtha-adhikari, Madhyam-adhikari, and Uttam-adhikari.
And based on what it is decided? Based on what is this classification? Based on?
Based on their faith, Mataji.
Faith. So it's actually said it's based on faith, because you can see Kanishta, Adhikari, Madhyama, and Uttama. Okay, start from down. So Kanishta's faith is weak. Okay, so it might change anytime. So Kanishta, and it's weak, and it cannot offer any argument. If somebody comes and say that Krishna doesn't have a form, they can't argue because they don't know Shastras and they don't know. So Madhyama Adhikari is convinced that Krishna is the supreme, but he can't always defeat the opposing opinion. And Uttama Adhikari is convinced, and he can convince others also. Like Srila Prabhupada, he could convince others. It says when Prabhupada used to do this role play with his disciples, Prabhupada will be devotee and disciples will be Mayavadis. Prabhupada will win. And next time, Prabhupada will be Mayavadi and disciples will be devotees. Still, Prabhupada will win. It's because Prabhupada could convince others on Mayavadism, they could not defeat. So, Kanishta, Madhyama, and Uttama Adhikari. So, this is based on faith. Okay, Kanishta, Madhyama, and Uttama. Kanishta is a neophyte devotee. Neophyte. So, can anyone give an example of Kanishta from the Shastras? Example of Kanishta.
Mataji, like
Dhruva
Gajendra,
Maharaj.
Gopi,
Dhruva Maharaj.
Dhruv Maharaj. They
Yes,
initially
Dhruva.
got, yeah, the Artho Jigyasu, Arthati Gyani, all
So
four comes up.
Kanishtas are 4 types. Yes. So this is 4 types of Kanishtas like Artho, Jitnyasu, Arthati, and Jnani. Okay, and which is that Bhagavad Gita sloka? Describes these 4.
Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukritino arjuna Artho Jigyasu, Arthati Gyani cha Bhartasha.
Paradarshan. So they are Sukritis. Bhagavad Gita says they are Sukritis. They are pious because they are going to Krishna. Okay, Artho, Jitnyasu, Arthati, Jnani cha Bhartasha. So these are the 4 kinds of Kanishta Adhikaris. Kanishta Adhikaris are Artho, that is who was in distress. Gajendra was in distress. No, you can see the picture where the crocodile catching hold of Gajendra's lotus feet. Who was Gajendra in previous life?
Pradyumna Maharaj.
Indradumna Maharaj. And who was the crocodile?
Who? Gandharva.
The Huhu Gandharva. He was a Gandharva. Okay, so those who don't know, this Gandharva, he was having fun. Like when some rishis, Muni rishis and all, they go and take a dip in the river. This Gandharva will go from behind and from diving inside the water, and he will pull their legs. And so the rishis will fall down. So this was fun for the Gandharva. So he was doing it, and one rishi was very, very angry when this Gandharva came from behind under the water and pulled his leg, and the rishi fell down. He got so angry and he cursed. The rishi cursed him that you're coming like a crocodile and trying to catch my leg. So you'll become a crocodile next life. So, but then again, when the rishis or devotees curse, that's again a bonus, like how Narad Muni cursed Nalakuvera and Manigriva, and they became trees, Yamalarjuna trees in Krishna's courtyard, and they could see Krishna face to face. Like so, and Mata Parvati cursed Chitraketu Maharaj to become Vritrasur. Vritrasur got delivered. So devotees curse is also good. So here the Hu Gandharva got cursed, and this Hu Gandharva became a crocodile. And as you can see, he was catching hold of Gajendra's feet because Gajendra was in a wrong place, and the crocodile became stronger and stronger. But here Gajendra was in distress. Okay, so that's a neophyte devotee. Like for example, our online Bhagavad Gita course became popular for why? Because of the pandemic. No, because a problem happened, a disease happened, and many were dying and many were suffering, and kind of nobody could go out. And then we were kind of locked up and we were in distress, all of us. One way or the other, we were distressed. I think housewives were distressed on what to cook and how to get rice, dal, so many things, groceries and so many things. Kids were really enjoying and happy. I could see my cousins doing online classes and offing their videos or saying that there is no network and they sleep, and they were having fun. But others, yes, many were in distress. So at that time, Bhagavad Gita course was kind of distress relieving for them. No, they were happy to hear something from Bhagavad Gita. Many of them became nice devotees after that, but many of them left. Those who left, they were all like neophytes because they came for distress, and when the distress got over, they dropped devotion. So that is Artho, kind of for distress. Only for distress they go to Krishna. But they are Sukritis, at least they are pious. And Jitnyasu, the sages at Naimisharanya, they were sitting and they were asking Sudha Goswami some questions. Okay, the 6 questions by the sages of Naimisharanya. When you do Bhakti Vaibhav, we will be going in detail to the questions. So does anyone know the questions? The sages of Naimisharanya asked anything? 6 questions. That's the first chapter, first canto of Bhagavatam. So 6 questions.
who Lord is, I think, and what
Mataji,
are
what is the ultimate good for everybody?
Yes, what is ultimate good for all?
Why is Lord Krishna born in this material world? What
Yeah,
are the
why?
Guna avatars?
Yes,
What are the
yes,
Leela avatars?
yes.
Studied some time back, Mataji.
Okay, so what is the essence of all scriptures? What is good
Yes.
for all? Then the Guna avatars, Leela avatars. Why did Krishna appear as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva? And the sixth and the last important question was, where did Dharma reside after Krishna leave to his abode? So Dharma resided in Bhagavatam. Okay, so it is said here the sages of Naimisharanya asked such wonderful questions. Why did Krishna appear as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva? Very nice question. So such questions they asked, they are jitnyasu. And Artharthi, Dhruv Maharaj. Artharthi means want money. Many of them, no, they want job, that, this, and they want money. They go to temple and pray. And once they get a job or something, they leave the Lord. So Artharthi, that is money making. And Jnani is like the four Kumaras. They were in knowledge and they became pure devotees after that. All these people became pure devotees later. You can see Dhruv Maharaj also. He didn't want money after that. But this is how they came, the neophyte devotees. So most of us would have come in such a way. Okay. So Artho, Artharthi, Jnani, and Jitnyasu. So can you put in the chat which way you came to Krishna consciousness out of these four? What were you? Artho is distressed and Artharthi is money. Okay, for what you came? Like, you can put in the chat. Because of what you came to Krishna consciousness or you got associated with ISKCON. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, curiosity is jitnyasu. You should categorize yourself as jitnyasu. Yes, Artharthi, yes. Artho, yes. Many were Artho. Jitnyasu, yes, they want to know more. I still remember when I was taking a level class, there was another religion devotee. And I was like, why was this person here? So he want to know what is the essence of all the scriptures. So he was so curious to know about our Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. Yes. So jitnyasu, curiosity or to inquire, to know, inquisitive. Yes. So because of these reasons we came. And then what happened? Once Krishna got hold of someone, he will not leave you. No, all of you wouldn't have never thought that you'll become a devotee of Krishna. Yes, you were devotees from before itself, but then chanting and all this, no, I never thought all of you will do, no. But this is how Krishna will capture someone, no. If some Krishna likes somebody, Krishna just captures it. It is said that you don't know whom Krishna will give the mercy. Many will come, but only few will stay. Okay, so this is neophytes. Okay, these are Kanishta Adhikaris. Their faith might be weak and they cannot convince others with arguments. And Madhyama Adhikari, the four things Madhyama Adhikari does. Does anyone know what are the four things Madhyama Adhikari does? There are four things Madhyama Adhikari does. Okay, Madhyama Adhikari. Huh?
Mataji, he imparts knowledge to the Kanishta Adhikaris, in the sense he treats them like you have to give them more knowledge. He treats them with a lot of compassion. That's all I remember, Mataji.
Mataji, that shloka, like from Bhagavatam, Namnishtha Prabhu quote all the time, Ishvreta Dineshu, Balisheshu, Richastusha.
Yes, yes. Ishvara Tadadineshu Balisheshu Suja. Prema, Maitri, Kripa, Upeksha, Yat Karodi Sa Madhyama. So this is the definition of Madhyama. There's four things which Madhyama Adhikari does is, one is Ishvara. Ishvara, he knows who God is. Okay. And what does he do? Prema, he loves God. Okay. Madhyama Adhikari is a person who love God. Ishvara. Tadadineshu is devotees. So a Madhyama Adhikari know who are the devotees of Lord. And then what he do? Maitri. Maitri means friendship. So he know who God is and he love God. He make friendship with devotees. Then Balisheshu. So to Balisheshu, he what to do? Kripa. That means, as Mataji said, yes, he preached to the Kanishtas, or he sees the innocent and preached to them. And Kripa Upeksha, like he sees the atheistic people and then he avoids them. So these are the four things Madhyama Adhikari does. I think this is a Bhakti Shastri question. So the Madhyama Adhikari sees Krishna and loves God and he makes friendship with devotees. He sees the innocent or weak people and then preach to them, give Krishna consciousness, and he avoids the atheistic people. And Uttamadhikari is somebody who's always chanting the holy name, who's always convinced, and he can convince others also about the Lord. So this is how. Yes, Uttamadhikari preaches, Madhyamadhikari also preach. But Uttamadhikari has to, yes, Avik Prabhu, as he said, Uttamadhikari has to come to the standard of Madhyamadhikari to preach. Why? Why can't he preach as Uttamadhikari? Why does he have to come to Madhyama stage to preach? No, I'm asking Avik Prabhu. Avik Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu? You know?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Yes, Mataji, because Uttamadhikari sees everybody as devotees, but Madhyamadhikari judges devotees, who can be devotees and who cannot be devotees. But Uttamadhikari sees everybody as devotees, every jiva as devotees of the Lord.
Does he see everyone as devotee, including him?
He doesn't include him, but he sees all other parupakar. What?
So Uttamadhikari sees everybody as devotee except him. He thinks that he is not a devotee, others are devotees. See, when you think that you are not a devotee, others are devotee, how can you preach? Like one Prabhu was saying, in Goloka or Vaikuntha, when you get liberated and go, there is no preaching there. Why there is no preaching? Because all are devotees. There is no preaching happening there. Preaching happens in this material world because there are a lack of devotees. So Uttamadhikari sees everybody as devotee except him. That those Chaitanya Charitamrit author Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he says, Jakai Madai se Moise Papist. I am lower than the worm in a stool and I am more sinner than Jagai Madai. Actually, he is not. Actually, he is a pure devotee. But this is the humility of a pure devotee. Okay. So the Kanishtas can be elevated to the second class or first class platform if they associate with pure devotees. So this is a way of elevating oneself in whatever condition one may be. If he is fortunate enough to associate with pure devotees, then very quickly he is elevated to the second class or first class platform. Okay, so that's why Prabhupada was associating. You can see Prabhupada's disciples, all of them, they were all neophytes, but they came to Uttamadhikari state because they could associate with Prabhupada. And also here you can see this is a very nice example that the crocodile got delivered first. Why? Why didn't Krishna deliver Gajendra first? Gajendra is the devotee, no? Why was the crocodile delivered first?
Because he was
Yeah. Got the
Yes, Devika Mataji. Want to say?
He was under the devotee, no, Mataji.
Yes. So because the crocodile took shelter of a devotee like Gajendra. Okay, so just because of that. And also I like how Krishna killed all the demons who came in Vrindavan except one. Who was the demon who Krishna didn't kill? All the demons were killed except one. The famous demon. Nobody knows. Who's the demon who Krishna didn't kill? Who came to Vrindavan?
Narkasura.
Pralambasura Mataji. Pralambasura was killed.
Pralambasura Balram killed. No, Balram killed.
Narkasura, no, Mataji. I mean, no.
Jarasandha Mataji?
No, he was
Bhima
Mataji,
killed. Bhima.
Kalia.
Kalia, very good, Deepti Mataji. So Krishna didn't kill Kalia. Krishna kept his lotus feet on Kalia's. No, Dhenukasura was killed by Krishna. Actually, Balram, yeah. So in that Talavan, all of them were killed. Only Kalia, Krishna danced on top of Kalia. Everybody is like, Kalia is so fortunate because Krishna's lotus feet touched Kalia's head, and so fortunate. And each step which Krishna danced on Kalia, the poison of Kalia came out. All the poison came out, and he was depoisoned. And that's why Kali, the Nagapatnis, all the wives of Kalias were, 5 of them were praying to Krishna. Krishna, now he doesn't have poison. Please leave him. Garuda will kill him. But Krishna said, no, my lotus feet marks are on Kalia. And so Kalia was so fortunate. Why Krishna didn't kill Kalia is Kalia took shelter of Yamuna. Yamuna is a pure devotee of Krishna. So like this, yes, Devika Mataji.
Kalia is not a demon, no, Mataji. He was a serpent.
He was, He was a demon only because he came. Demon is who? Asura, somebody who's trying to kill devotees. So Kaliya came and poisoned the whole Yamuna, the Kalindi, and all the Krishna's friends and all the fishes and all the habitats in Yamuna became polluted, and many died. Many died. Even Krishna's Sakas died. In that way, Kaliya was a demon. Demon is somebody who tries to come and cause problems in a devotee's life. It can be in any form. Okay, it can be in a serpent form. Like Denaghasara came in a donkey form. Keshi came in form of a horse. So like that, Kaliya came in a form of a snake. And yes, but he poisoned the whole Yamuna. It became Kalindi. It became blackish. And the cowherd boys of Krishna, all of them, they drank the poison through that river. And just by Krishna's glance, they got up. But yes, the poison came out. Okay, so Kali actually had come to eat all the fishes there and to fight with Garuda. But indirectly, he killed all the boyfriends of Krishna, that is the cowherd boys. So in that way, yes, Kaliya, just because he took shelter of Yamuna. So similarly, we may not be qualified to go back to Krishna, but if we take shelter of a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada, then Krishna will give the mercy. That mercy will come. So important too, this is like crocodile is taking Pada Ashraya. So this is like Ashraya of the lotus feet of Gajendra. So like that, we should take Guru Ashraya or Prabhupada Ashraya. So all of you, actually nowadays, it's not this thing, but initially, when we all were there, like at that time, it was Prabhupada Ashraya was given. Even one round, you have a chance, even one round. You may not be following the regulative principles, but if you stand one round, you'll take, you can get Prabhupada Ashraya. But nowadays, all of you are doing more than one round. So directly you can go for Guru Ashraya. But yes, we have to have a Guru. Then the journey becomes easy. So the way of elevating ourselves is by taking shelter of a pure devotee. So neophyte devotee also can come to a platform of Madhyama and Uttima by associating with pure devotees. So Prabhupada says a wise man become attached to Krishna does not want any return from him, either in form of relieving distress or gaining money. That means from the very beginning, his basic principle of attachment of Krishna, more or less, is love to Krishna. Without being elevated to the position of Jnani, a wise man, one cannot stick to the principle of worshipping the Supreme Personality Godhead. So that's why we are doing all these courses and everything, so that we get that jnana, we get that knowledge to worship the Lord. And it can be concluded that a person who is free from the bodily concept of life is an eligible candidate for pure devotion. So this is a definition of pure devotional service. Okay, so some of the liberated person who have achieved these 4 stages of liberation may also develop affection for Krishna. So what are the 4 stages of liberation, or 4 types, which a devotee gets?
Samikya, Sarupya, Salukya, Shastri.
Shastri.
Yes. So except Sayuja. Okay, Sayuja, devotee doesn't want Sayuja at all. Actually, devotee doesn't want any liberation. But if a devotee gets liberation, is this 4 types. Except for Sayuja. Okay, no merging with the Lord. No merging will not happen. But other 4 things will happen. Yes. So La Salyoga, he can be in the same planet as the Lord. Samibhya, he can be near the Lord. Sarupya can have the same form. No, Sashti, same opulence, all that can happen. So those who are already promoted to Vaikuntha planets and who possess the 4 kind of liberation may also sometimes develop affection for Krishna and become promoted to Krishna Loka. Okay. So Krishna Loka is different, that is Goloka, and Vaikuntha is different, as you all know. Okay, it's all in the spiritual world, but there is a difference in the bhava or the rasa. So here, the 4 kind of liberation is actually seen in Vaikuntha planets. But in the Krishna Loka or Goloka, there is, because Sarupya, the same form as the Lord is in only in Vaikuntha. In Goloka, only Krishna will have the 200 form. Nobody else will have. Okay, but in Vaikuntha, if you see, the Jaya Vijaya, all of them had 4 hands. Out of many kinds of devotees of the Supreme Personality Godhead, the one who's attracted to the original form of Lord Krishna in Vrindavan is considered the foremost of first-class devotee. So which form? The original form is the Krishna in Vrindavan. Which is that form?
Shyam Sundar.
The Shyam Sundar form with the peacock feather and the turban and the flute. So that is seen only in Vrindavan. Actually, it's not seen anywhere else. Because Krishna, when he comes to Dwaraka, when he comes to Madura, then he is the Kshatriya, the Vasudeva Krishna. He is not in like Yashoda Krishna. So it is said the original form Brajesh, Aradhe Bhagavan, Brajesh Taniya Dhama Vrindavana. So Brajesh Taniya, he has to be worshipped. That is Krishna in Vrindavan. That's why you can see most of this ISKCON temple, it's in Brajabhav. Okay, in this Radha, Shyam Sundar, Radha Madhav, all that is in that Shyam Sundar form. Such a devotee is never attracted to the opulence of Vaikuntha or even from Dwaraka, the royal city where Krishna ruled. The conclusion of Srila Rupa Goswami is that devotees who are attracted by the pastimes of the Lord in Gokul or Vrindavan are the topmost devotees. Okay, so we can't jump over it. Like today is Raghunath Das Goswami's appearance. So Raghunath Das Goswami was in Radhakund. The Samadhi is in Radhakund. So those who have gone to Govardhan Parikrama, here in Radhakund, you can just, you climb some steps and go. That's Raghunath Das Goswami Samadhi. He used to sit near Radhakund and all the time do bhajan. We cannot do that. And he'll be just thinking about the pastimes of Vrindavan. So that is topmost, it is said. So we can't reach there. Okay. So here, what is Sri Rupa Goswami's principle regarding who can practice devotional service? And what additional evidence is required to support this principle? And how is this principle relevant for development of Krishna consciousness? Okay, so we'll have a quick breakout room here. The question is, what is Rupa Goswami's principle on regarding who can practice devotional service? What is the eligibility and what additional evidence is there? Okay, just let's explain this. That is the principle regarding who can practice Krishna consciousness or devotional service. What is the eligibility criteria and what is the principle relevant? Okay, so I'll put the question in the chat and we'll have a quick breakout room. Hare Krishna. Yes, Kusimlata Mataji, to share first. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, Hare Krishna, can I post the attendance?
Yes, yes. Yes, Mataji. Okay, I saw your hand raised. Okay. So from, yeah, she's from room number 1. Who will like start?
Mataji, I'll start off and
Yes,
Deepti
yes,
Mataji
yes.
will just add on.
Okay.
Mataji, for Srila Rupa Goswami's principle, it is basically an universal eligibility for Bhakti Mataji, regardless of caste, birth, social status. Anybody will be, anybody is eligible to, practice devotional service. They can take it up. And regarding the scriptural evidence, we have in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is 2.7.46. And in Bhagavad Gita, which is 9.30 and 31, Mataji. And we also have other acharyas who have, commented on this one, like our Madhvacharya and all of them, and Bhakti Vinoda Thakura also. Deepti Mataji, would you like to add on?
Yes, Mataji. As a Mataji said, the main principle is that anyone, regardless of any caste or like anything, they can practice Krishna consciousness. Like, and Mataji, how this can be uh, help in development of Krishna conscious movement is that people come to us and they say we are from a lower class. Can we attend the classes? Like they have that kind of issues or problems like that. But like when we says that like anyone can practice Krishna consciousness, then we can engage more and more people like this. I have one personal example. I go to grocery shop where one Mataji used to said me I'm from a lower caste. Can I join the classes? Then when I said her to yes, you can join. Then she was very happy and she also attend the classes. And Mataji, another principle is also that we have. We have to get the association with a guru and follow his instructions. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Yeah, scriptural references Mataji said. Can you explain that reference, Mataji? 1 point, 2 point, which one? What was it? What is it mentioned in that sloka?
Mataji, scriptural reference is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Mataji, which is 2.7.46, which says this verse confirms that people from any background, even the most sinful or outcast communities, can become purified if they take shelter of a pure devotee of the Lord. It shows that bhakti is transcendental and not restricted by birth or social status.
Kirada, Polina.
Yes,
Any other?
Mataji. Kirata,
Yeah.
Hulidena,
Yeah.
Pulinda, Pulaksha, Abhira,
Yes.
Shumbya, Yavaya, Yavanaya, Keshadaya. That one, Mataji.
Okay, very nice sloka. So that sloka says, yes, anybody okay, can take up the Krishna consciousness. Okay, the room number 2. Who likes to add?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
What we have gone through is Srila Rupa Goswami suggests that a devotional service is a continual process from one's previous life. That is, no one can take to devotional service unless he has some previous connection with it. Means if somebody has done a 1% in his previous life, then from 2% he will start, and it will not stop. He will advance in this way. And persons who have a natural taste for understanding, means by like reading books like Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, for them the devotional service is easier and also simple for them. And to support all these statements, many learned scholars have also suggested the same. And as Mataji said, that in Srimad Bhagavatam also, it also recommends, therefore one should follow in the footsteps of the bona fide authorities.
Yes. Okay.
That's all, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Anyone likes to add?
We have to follow the regulative principles also.
Yes. Okay.
Mataji, can I ask a question?
Yes, Madhu.
Mataji, I have read the chapter 1 and the chapter 2 of the Nectar of Devotion, but I could not find the shloka which you have explained.
No, I told you in the first class itself. This is a synopsis. Okay, this
Okay.
NOD is a synopsis by Srila
Shloka will
Prabhupada,
not
and
be
it
there
doesn't
in
have
the book.
any. No slokas will be there because Prabhupada have written this book for the Western disciples. And for
Okay.
them, such big slokas are very, very difficult for them to memorize. So Prabhupada have purposely not given any slokas. So slokas you will find in the main book of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu written by Rupa Goswami, which is translated.
What you have given?
It's no, Banaswami Maharaj. Banaswami Maharaj have translated the whole book. But we should not go to it. Just see the PDF and just learn from the PDF. You can also search in Chaitanya Charitamrita. All these 4 slokas to be memorized are there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So you can get explanations there also. But it's not there in our book.
So today you have completed up to chapter 3?
Yeah, I'm just doing, Mataji. Just wait. So here we have seen the eligibility criteria, as you all said. Yes, there is no eligibility criteria. But yes, there is one thing we should need is faith. We should need faith. If you don't have faith, then you can't do bhakti or you can't accept Krishna or do devotional service. So that is required, at least. The person who has developed faith in serving the Lord by impressions arising from previous association with devotees, who's not too attached to material objects, who's not detached, is qualified by Vaidhi Bhakti. Anybody, as you all said, yes, anybody can do Vaidhi Bhakti. But thing is, they should have at least some faith, No, otherwise they cannot do bhakti. So yes, for to get bhakti, we need mercy of a devotee, not overly attached to anything and not overly detached to anything. Yes, mercy of the devotee is very, very important. As you all see in this pictures, you can see Narad Muni delivering. So who is this person who Narad Muni delivered?
Valmiki?
Brigari.
Brigari Mataji.
Brigari, who was half killing animals. So you can see the 4 kinds of people come to the Lord, that is the Arthu, Artharthi, Jnani, Jitnasu, and they get purified. And they got completely purified by the association of pure devotee. They also become pure. As far as miscreants are concerned, for them devotional service is very difficult because their lives are selfish, irregular, and without spiritual goals. But even some of them, by chance, when they come in contact with a pure devotee, they also become pure devotees. So you can see here how Mrigari, by the association of Narad Muni, he was half killing animals, but then he became a pure devotee. That in the second picture, you can see he was about to pay obeisances to Narad Muni and there were some ants on the ground. And Mrigari is like, no, how can I pay obeisances here? And with his chadar, he was moving those ants. So he was not ready to kill even the ants. So before he was half killing animals. Okay, and also you can see the third picture is a person called Crazy Peter. Does anyone know about him? He was Prabhupada's disciple. Okay, so he was one of the hippies and he was called Crazy Peter because he comes to the temple and he sleeps on the entrance. Now, where people just enter into the temple, no, there itself he sleeps. And he makes lot of funny things there and everyone start calling him Crazy Peter. And the temple president, everybody was so annoyed because every day he's coming and just creating problems. So they complained to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, this person is so crazy and what to do and that is. So then Prabhupada said, tolerate. It's like, how Prabhupada, how to tolerate? Prabhupada said, like, how I'm tolerating you, you should tolerate him. Because Prabhupada knew that in future, as Prabhupada said, he became a great devotee, he became the best book distributor and a great preacher. And this was the story of Crazy Peter. So just by the association of Srila Prabhupada, he also became purified. So this is one of the live examples. So that's what he said. By accepting devotional service through a devotee, they become purified. And also it says, A person free from all attachment and emotion is able to control his senses through regulative principles of freedom can obtain the complete mercy of the Lord. So once Prabhupada was saying to Malati Mataji, one morning Prabhupada's door was a little bit ajar. Since his door was never open, I was feeling hesitant, almost fearful. Why is this door open? I pushed it a little to look inside. I pushed it a little to look inside, not knowing what to expect. I didn't see anything, but suddenly I heard Srila Prabhupada say, Hare Krishna, sorry for that. Yes, can someone read?
Yes, Mataji, I can read. One morning, Prabhupada's door was a little bit ajar. Since his door was never opened, I was feeling hesitant, almost fearful. Why is door open? I pushed it a little to look inside, not knowing what to expect. I didn't see anything, but suddenly I heard Srila Prabhupada say, Manti, come in, come in. We are watching TV. I went in and he said, we are going to watch them land on the moon. I was supposed to be making breakfast, but I sat down and watched them land on the moon. Immediately afterwards, Prabhupada had the TV turned off and said, they did not go. He said at the television and said, this is an idiot box and has made idiots of us. Of course, that statement, they did not go, become quite controversial. There were devotees, including his servant Purushottam, who could not accept Prabhupada's statement and cited it as a reason for their departure from devotion service. Hare Krishna,
They
Mataji.
even left the movement because when Prabhupada said that they didn't land on the moon, many of them left the movement. They could not stay there because they were thinking Prabhupada was wrong. No. Then Prabhupada wrote that book, Easy Journey to Other Planets, because Prabhupada said, we can't go to the moon because with this body made up of earth, water, fire, and ether, we can't go to the higher planetary system. Moon is a higher planetary system. It's a heavenly planet. Only after liberation or after death, I mean, after the soul leaves the body, you can, according to the pious karma, you can go to the moon planet. And the lifespan is 10,000 years. And with this charma chakshus, we can't even see the inhabitants in the moon planet. So Prabhupada said, we can't go to the moon planet. Even if they go, they can't come back so soon. They have to stay there till the lifespan ends. So that's not the way to go through the moon. So everybody, some of them accepted, but many of them could not accept that. So the Prabhupada was so strong because he knows Shastra. On account of his association with Mahatmas of great souls, 100% in devotional service of the Lord, one may attain a little bit of attraction to Sri Krishna, but at the same time may remain very much attached to fruitive activities and material sense enjoyment. Such a person, if he has unflinching attraction to Krishna, he becomes eligible candidate for discharging devotional service. So only thing is faith. Faith is required. Then by association, it just goes on increasing. So this we saw Kanishta, Madhyama, and Uttamadhikari. Okay. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered that Prithivitiya Chayatana Viradhara Sarvatra Prajai Har Marana. All over the world, as many towns and villages are there, Krishna's name should be heard. So we are trying to do that in his name. So his name should be established. Does not mean that they should remain Yavanas or Mlechas. Simply they should know Lord Chaitanya. No. Actually, the fact is that everyone should be elevated to the position of a Vaishnava. So that's why there's 4 regulative principles now. Why? Because then only the process will work. Any person who's properly initiated to the Vaishnava cult certainly becomes a Brahmana, as much as the metal known as bell metal or the kash is turned to gold by mercury. So this is a very important analogy. So this will come as this a Bhakti Shastri questions. That is, when you keep gold with mercury or the bell metal with mercury, it becomes gold. So similarly, any person, when he is associated with a pure devotee or Vaishnava, they also become purified. That's the power of association. So even if circumstantially there is some fall down, the Vaishnava need have nothing to do with prayaschitta. One who has taken to bhakti or devotional service of the Lord need have nothing to do with karma or jnana. So even if there is a fall down, even if a devotee does something abominable, still is considered sadhureva samantavya samyak vyavasidotsa. Is that? Which is that sloka? Apichet suduracharo pachanti mamanindebak sadhureva samantavya samyak vyavasidotsa. So even if you do durachar, so some fall down happens to a Vaishnava, because we are all conditioned souls, we can be attracted with Maya. Maya can trick us, so we can fall down. But even if there is a fall down, and Vaishnava doesn't have to do prayashita. Okay, so which is the best prayashita can someone have to? What is the best prayashita? I think
service to the devotees, pure devotees.
Yes, that means devotional service. So to revive our original Krishna consciousness, that is the best prayashita. Did we cover this with the two prayashita which Parikshit Maharaj rejected? Is it here?
No,
Instruction. I think
No,
it's
Mataji.
It's a nectar of instruction. So Parikshit Maharaj is asking Shukadeva Goswami, what is the use of somebody going to jail? Okay. And then he comes back from the jail. He again does the sin. Again, he goes back to the jail. Again, he comes out of the jail. Again, he does the sin. Again, he goes back to the jail. Is that prayashita good? No. Because what is he doing? He is doing a sin, going to jail, again coming, doing the sin, again going to jail. Putting in the why they are put into the jail? So that they repent for their actions and they don't commit the sin again and they change. But this person is not changing. So no, what prayashita is that? Or Monday to Saturday, you do sin, thinking that Sunday I'll go to the church and do confession. There is a confession. You just go and talk to the priest, all the sin which you have done. And again, from Monday to Saturday, you do sin, thinking that, oh, Sunday I can go and confess. No, that what is it compared to? Such
Kunjara
price.
Shaucha.
Very good. Like elephant taking bath. No, so elephant take bath lot of time in the water, like 1-2 hours, and then go back to the sand and takes the sand, put it on top. So what is the use of taking so much bath? So this is called Kunjara Shaucha. This is like wrong prayashita. So the right prayashita is to revive your original Krishna consciousness. So if by chance or mistake, if somebody does something which is forbidden, there is no need for him to perform any purificatory ceremony. Because the Lord is situated within his heart, he takes compassion for the devotee's accidental mistake and corrects him from within. Sometimes some devotees say, Mayataji, I could not go there and do snana in that river and give away all my sins, But no, actually for a devotee, chanting the holy name itself will take care of all the sins. It is said, sin can be different stage. What are the different stages of sin? You know?
Mataji, Bija, Kuta.
Bija, Kuta.
Then?
Mataji, fruits which are going to ripe.
Going to ripe. That is prarabdha, aprarabdha. Yes. Prarabdha, pravrita, kutam, bijam, phalonmukam. So it is said aprarabdha, bijam, aprarabdha, kutam, bijam, phalonmukam. All these sins, okay. Kramenaiva praliyati. It's all getting destroyed. Vishnur bhakti radatmana. Aprarabdha, phalam papam, kutam, bijam, phalonmukam. All the stages of sin, it will get destroyed slowly. How? Vishnu Bhakti Radhatmana. So just by doing Krishna Bhakti, all the sins, as you all said, it can be in a bija form, in a seed form. It can be just be fructified. It's going to fructify. It's already getting fructified. Like we have done sin in so many lives. Now it can be in a bija form, in a seed form. We will not suffer it now, but might be next life or next life. But sometimes we'll be suffering now, like some disease, something will come to us. That's because of the sin we have done. That is the fruitive results of our sin which we are suffering. But all this will get crushed by doing Krishna Bhakti. So that is enough for a devotee. That is itself is a purificatory process happening. Okay. So I think I want to do something on sadhana bhakti. Just a little bit on sadhana bhakti, because what is sadhana bhakti? The definition of sadhana bhakti?
Mataji, following the regulatory
Devotion in practice.
Practice. Devotional service in practice. That is actually sadhana bhakti. Okay. So in sadhana bhakti, there are two types. What are they?
Vaidhi bhakti, Ruganuga bhakti.
Vaidhi sadhana bhakti and
Roganuga.
Raganuga. Okay. What is Vaidi? Vaidi.
Vaidi, according to scriptural rules and regulations.
Following the rules and regulations and doing
Rules
the
and regulations. Yes.
devotional service.
Following the regulated principles.
That is Vaidi
Raganuga,
Sadhana Bhakti.
spontaneous.
And Raganuga is?
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous bhakti.
After following the rules and
Vaidi
regulations, at a
Bhakti.
certain stage, one develops the natural love or the spontaneous love. That is
Yes.
the-
Yes. So they'll be doing Vaidi Sadhana Bhakti, and at one stage they will develop that attraction towards Krishna. So that is Raganuga Bhakti. Okay. So Vaidi Sadhana Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti, that is a part of Sadhana Bhakti. So we'll be covering Sadhana Bhakti in detail. Okay. So in Sadhana Bhakti, yeah. So first is following the rules and regulations, because we don't know how to do the devotion service in practice. We are trying to practice under a bona fide spiritual master, somebody who is coming under disciplic succession. That person should. Okay, this one.
Mataji, we are
That
doing
one
which chapter?
guide us.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
What?
Hare Krishna. Which chapter we are doing, Mataji?
So we are not going chapter wise, Mataji, as I told you. We're just covering the important parts of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Okay. This nectar of
Okay.
devotion cannot be done chapter wise, because whole thing you have to read. So much is there to read. If you take each chapter, you can see so much pages. So we can't cover all that in the class. We'll be covering the main important part required in Bhakti Shastri, and rest you can read and cover. So Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti is devotion service and practice. We are practicing. Okay. That Sadhana Bhakti can be two types. That is Vaidi Sadhana Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti. Vaidi Sadhana Bhakti means devotional service doing under the spiritual master, under the rules and regulations. And Raganuga Bhakti means spontaneous. As you keep doing Vaidi, it becomes Raganuga. So Raganuga Sadhana. There is a stage called Anartha Nivritti, which means disappearance of material contamination. When one actually is spontaneously attached to the loving principles of gopis, there will be found no trace of any mundane contamination in this character. So it is said by Sri Rupa Goswami that when one is actually liberated from material contamination, he can always remember an eternal devotee of Vrindavan in order to love Krishna in the same capacity. And developing such an attitude, one will always live in Vrindavan even within his mind. So Raganuga Saga, Raga Anuga, following that Raganuga devotees. So when he realizes his actual position in relationship with the Lord, he can, along with the discharge of regulated service, think within himself of the Lord under the guidance of a particular associate of the Lord, and develop his transcendental sentiments in following that associate. So under the guidance of the spiritual master, they do. Okay, so a devotee who is actually advanced in Krishna consciousness, who is constantly engaged in devotional service, should not manifest himself even though he has attained perfection. So there are sadhana rupa or siddha rupa. That is, by doing sadhana, you can get delivered. Or just by doing siddha. Who is that sadhak who did by sadhana got delivered? An example you can remember. I'll give an example. That clue. That devotee will not even have prasadam without completing his rounds. And later on, he became so weak that Mahaprabhu said, it's okay, even if you don't complete the rounds, you can decrease the rounds. Because you're already in, sadhana.
Is it Haridas Thakur, Mataji?
It was Haridas Thakur. So Haridas Thakur, when he was in Jagannath Puri, later on, he became old and he could not finish his rounds. And his rounds was 3 lakh, only 3 lakh times. That means 193 rounds, 192 plus. So that much rounds, the whole day he is chanting. And later on, when he became weak, he could not finish chanting. He was already in Bhava stage and Prema stage. So Mahaprabhu who himself, Jagannath, comes out and meet Haridas Thakur and he says, please have prasadam. He says, no, I can't have prasadam because I'm not completed my rounds. So Mahaprabhu used to say, now you can decrease the rounds, no problem, because you already attained Prema stage. He's still, no, I have to do my rounds, I have to complete. So, and just by doing his sadhana, he's already liberated. He's Brahma, taking incarnation of Haridas Thakur, but still just to show an example that by sadhana, he got delivered. Okay, so by sadhana rupena also you can get delivered. And Siddha Rupena, somebody is already eternally liberated, like the Goswamis. They were also doing Sankhya Purvaka Nama Gana Natiti. They used to do Sankhya Purvaka. They also have a count. They also have beads. Did anyone see the beads of Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Vrindavan? The chanting beads? Did you see in his Samadhi or the Japachan Kutir? Rupa Goswami's chanting beads are in Radha Damodar temple. If you do parikrama of Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan, you in the near the Samadhi of Rupa Goswami, you can see opposite is this Kutir, Bachan Kutir. There you can see the beads. No, you didn't see. And Sanatana Goswami's Bachan Kutir is in Radha Madan Mohan temple. You have to climb up a hill and go. But you should go and see. The beads are so huge. Our beads are like so small and we are still finding it difficult to chant. You can see their beads, it's like so huge, big beads. That's where they chanted so many rounds. And the Bachan Kutir is like so small, very small. Only that person can sit. And very covered place where they can sit and do the japa. And why they are manjaris? Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami are Radhi Manjari and Rupa Manjaris. And why they have to do Sankhya Purvaka? Sometimes some devotees say, no, I don't count. I just do my rounds. But you don't know how much you're doing. Some days you might do 8, sometimes 16, sometimes 20. You don't know. But everyone, including the Goswamis, had Sankhya Purvaka Nama Gana Natiti. They used to have a fixed number of rounds they chant. Even Haridas Thakur. So that's very important to chant in the fixed number. Rest, okay, you can increase, decrease. This minimum, that has to be done. So, Raga Marga, Prabhupada says, first of all, we should try to bring the devotee to the standard of devotional service, Vaidhi Marga or Vidhi. Then gradually, when he has become accustomed, then Raga Marga will be revealed. Everyone has got a particular relationship with Krishna in his original constitutional position. Okay. So, recently, who was that? A devotee came to a temple and he was saying that initially, that person didn't have a place to stay. So, he saw these pamphlets of ISKCON temple and he went, had prasadam, and he saw many people staying in ISKCON. He thought, let me also stay. And he asked them, can I stay here? So they said, if you want to stay those days, it's like you can stay in the temple. So when he was staying in the temple, he had to do some service. And his service was washing the pots, like morning bhoga will be there, prasadam, and then again Rajbhog cooking. So Rajbhog, just imagine, you have to have 18 items and 18 items into 4. Like 18 items to Radharani, 18 items to Govinda, 18 to Gauranga, 18 to Nityananda. So just imagine, so many, 60, I think more than 64. So katoris are required, and just imagine washing those so much pots. So he was washing all that. And by the time he finished all that, because these brass plates, no, it has to be scrubbed nicely and then you have to mop it. Otherwise, there'll be some droplets, water droplets, it becomes a stain. And so it'll be in the evening offering time. Again, the plates will go for offering, again, will come back again. So whole day he was washing the pots. So then finally he was like, okay, this is my service. He did that service. And he said that it was so nice, that service, because he was chanting his rounds and he was associating with devotees and everything. He was taking prasadam and he was hearing nice kirtan and washing. So he didn't even realize. But then slowly he got purified. And he said that just initially he required a spiritual master to say this. But later on, it becomes spontaneous. This is what our position is. So Prabhupada says that will be revealed gradually as you advance in devotional service in prescribed rules and regulations as they're directed in the Shastra and by spiritual master. Just like sun. Sun become visible when the sun rises automatically. You cannot force the sun to rise. That's not possible. Sun will rise. You just wait. Similarly, we can't tell Krishna, I want to see you. I want to know about you. No. Swayameva Swaratida. Ada Shri Krishna Namadi. I think I'll do one sloka per class, so it will be easy for you all. Okay, we'll just see this sloka, Ata Shri Krishna Namade. So last class we saw Anyabilashita Shunyam. So as I'm taking slokas, you can finish learning that. Okay, otherwise don't keep it towards the end. Okay, I hope all of you learned that. Sloka Anyabilashita Shunyam Jnana Karmadana Vritam. Anukulena Krishna Anushilanam Bhakti Uttama. Okay. So that is about pure devotional service. Today we'll see how Krishna reveals, or what is the way. This is what I said. All the slokas of the learn which you have to learn, everything is given in Chaitanya Charitamrita. See, This sloka comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 17, verse 136. So you can, you don't have to go to the Nectar of Devotion book itself to see the slokas, and there are no slokas there. But the PDF is just sent. But if you read this like this, you can know the meaning through the purports. So in Madhya Leela, it is said, Ata Shri Krishna Namati. What is that Nama Adi? What do you mean by Nama Adi? Nama and etc. What is that etc.?
Krishna name, qualities, forms,
Name.
pastimes.
Name,
Qualities,
form,
qualities.
It should be in
Nam,
order.
Rupa,
It should be in order. Quality doesn't come second. Name come
Nam,
first. Second is
Name,
Nam,
form,
Rupa,
qualities, and
Name,
past
form,
tense.
Rupa, and Guna.
Leela.
name, form,
Qualities and past
qualities
tense.
and past tense. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. Okay, never mix it up. Because always it's Nama first. It's always the name first, Nama, then Rupa. See, first you know my name, then you know how I look. Before knowing to my qualities, you should know how I look. So Nama, Rupa. First you know Krishna's name, Krishna. Then you know how Krishna look, Rupa. Then the Guna, the 64 qualities of Krishna. Last come the pastime. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. It should not be the other way around. So here it is said, Krishna's form, name, form, qualities, and pastimes. Okay. So Ada Sri Krishna Nama Adi. Okay. Sri Krishna's name and Adi means etc. Name, form, quality, pastime. Na Pavet Grahim Indri. You can't understand Krishna's name, form, quality, pastime through your Indriya, the blunt Indriya senses, your senses. No, you can't. Why? How? How should we know Krishna? Sevan Mukihi Jihvato. Jihva is what? Tongue. So you should do seva or service through your tongue. Swayameva Swarati, then Krishna will come automatically. So my friend, how she used to write sloka is, have a sloka notebook and don't write all the slokas congested. Whole page you can take for a sloka. Atha Sri Krishna Namadi you write, and with another color pen, she has these different lines of refills. In one pen you get no red, blue, yellow, all that colors. So with one color she write the sloka. The next line you can write the meaning. What is the meaning? Nama, Rupa, Guna, all that, the meaning. Then you should understand the meaning and learn. Then it's very easy. So Atha Sri Krishna Namadi, Krishna's name, Rupa, Guna, Leela, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, Na Pave Grahim, you can't understand with your blunt senses. Seven Mukhi Jihvato, you should understand through your Jihva or tongue. How? By chanting the holy name and taking Krishna Prasad. Then Swayam Eva Swara, Krishna will come automatically. Swayam Eva. Like sun. You can't say now it's night, 9 o'clock. You can't say sun rise. No. It will rise when it's time in the next tomorrow morning. You can't force the sun. Similarly, you can't force Krishna. Krishna come. No, Krishna will come. Or Krishna will reveal to you as he gets pleased with your service. So in the meaning it says, the blunt material senses cannot appreciate, Krishna's name, form, qualities, and pastime. This is how Krishna will reveal to you. Krishna's holy name. That's why we give Harinam Japa to everybody. First, you have to chant the holy name. Then the form will come. Yes, you go to temple, you see the form, but you will not be able to see the form all the time now. But as we keep chanting, the form comes. Then qualities, different qualities. Last comes pastime. When a conditioned soul is awakened to Krishna consciousness and render service by using his tongue. So first is the service starts with tongue. This chanting the Lord's holy name and taste Krishna's prasadam. So when these children and all know from schools, they keep visiting a temple. They're like, we want to see the ISKCON temple. So they keep bringing LKG, UKG kids, and it'll be full of kids in the whole temple hall. We'll be like, what philosophy they will know? Kids can't understand philosophy. The only thing is, give them Harinam, make them hear the holy name and chant the holy name, and nicely feed them Krishna prasadam. So whichever child comes to a temple, they get prasadam and they go back. They get purified. They get Krishna consciousness. The seed, the bija is deposited in their heart now. Now that Bhakti the beach somebody can do the watering and give lights, all the fertilizing things, and it will grow. This Janma or next Janma, wherever, if they're fortunate. But that seed is given. Bhakti the beach is given. So like that, we have to give that service. We have to start our service through our tongue by chanting the holy name and tasting the remnants of Lord's. Then what happens? The tongue is purified. And once it is purified, one gradually comes to understand who Krishna really is. Okay. So here you can see all the quoting is given. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.234. Okay. So you can read this and understand the meaning. That Atha Shri Krishna Namadi. So when you learn slokas, as you all know, A has an above A dash. So it's Nama Adi. Okay. It becomes A. Atha, when there is a dot below H, it becomes Ha. Atha. Atha Shri Krishna Namadi. Napa Vigrahyam Indriye. Sevanmukehi Jihvado. Swayam Eva Svuratyataha. Ha, it should be Hataha. So you just try to hear the sloka first, then you try to repeat, understand the meaning, and repeat it constantly for a few days. Then it will come, it will register to you. But understand the meaning. Please don't mug up the meaning. Okay. So Atha Shri Krishna Namati Napa Vedrahyam Indriye. You cannot understand Krishna's name, form, quality, pastime by your blunt material senses. Sevan Mukehi Jihvado. You have to do seva or service through your jihva tongue. Then Swayameva Spuratyataha. Krishna will appear automatically, or Krishna will reveal to you automatically. So you should explain the translation also like this. Sometimes I feel devotees are just mugging up the translation. And what happens now? You mug up the translation, especially when they come to Bhakti Vaibhav, big slokas, and they mug up the translation and they get stuck somewhere. And that's gone. Gone. They cannot repeat the sloka. They repeat the sloka, but they cannot repeat the meaning because they get stuck in one place and they want me to prompt. So as I keep prompting, I decrease 1 mark. Keep decreasing the marks. Otherwise, what is the difference between you and other devotees who? But I really like somebody who learned the translation and they say it in their own sweet words. It may be wrong or it's okay. It may not be exactly correct, but at least try to understand the meaning and tell it in your own language. Then you will remember. Then it will remain to you. Otherwise, it won't remain. Somebody finished Bhakti Shastri, but now could not remember even one sloka. It's like, what? How did you finish Bhakti Shastri? But they were just mugging up. Don't mug up slokas. It will not stay with you. So just understand. Have a nice. How many of you have notebook for sloka? This class? At least one rough note or anything. You can steal it from your kids also. Just have a small notebook for sloka, exclusively for sloka. Yeah, very nice, Rajalakshmi Mataji. So at least you should have a notebook, especially for sloka. Only for sloka. And you write only slokas there. Again, nice slokas and give write translation also. And then try to remember. That will really help you. The writing slokas will actually help. Once in, I think it was in Vrindavan Institute of Higher Education where we went, where they were supposed to write slokas. Sloka exam is not just oral, it is writing also. Because when you start writing, you'll forget. Like, what was that sloka? Is it A or E or, and then again you try to remember. Okay, so today we'll cover this sloka. Yeah, writing with color pens actually helps and highlighting also will help. This is a reference if you want, 17.136 Madhyalila Chaitanya Charitamrita. Before I forget, tomorrow is Advaita Acharya's appearance day. So it's half day fast. You can fast because Advaita Acharya is Sadashiva and Vishnu Tattva together. And it's Advaita Acharya who actually prayed for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to appear. And we have all festivals coming, Nityananda Trayadashi, then we have Gaur Purnima. So it's a very merciful month because Gaurnita are very, very merciful. So you can pray to them to give more bhakti. Okay, so I'll stop here. Anything to add? So we covered a little bit of sadhana bhakti. The next class we'll see the 64 limbs of sadhana bhakti. And in that, the 5 main limbs. Panchanga bhakti we'll see more. The 5 things important in sadhana bhakti. Okay, I hope one sloka we can do one class so that you can start memorizing. So first one was Anyabhilashida Shunyam Jnana Karmati Anavritam Anukulyene Krishna Anushilanam Bhakti Ruttama. Even that, as Mataji asked, you can just type in Google Anyabhilashida Shunyam and that verse will come. Okay, see here. And even the first thing is Chaitanya Charitamrita is coming. Madhyalila chapter 19 verse 167. Okay, here it comes about Anyabhilashida. Because this is the chapter where, see, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructing Rupa Goswami. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Rupa Goswami and came as Nectar of Devotion. That is the book called Nectar of Devotion. So if you want to, and this teachings of Lord Chaitanya or the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhyalila chapter 19 is about Mahaprabhu instructing the Rupa Goswami. Just nothing but Nectar of Devotion only, the book. So if you want to see the sloka, you can go to this chapter and in detail the slokas. See, you can see the slokas. understand the meaning with translation. You can learn that translation. And the purport, see, this is given Bhakti Rasamsum 1.1.11, but you can read the purport, which will really help you to understand the sloka. This is how we all learned. You can go to Chaitanya Charitamrita and go to your Google. Just don't depend only on that PDF which we sent. That is for your easy access if you don't know the sloka and all. But Google has everything. So just go through Chaitanya Charitamrita and read. That will really help. Okay, so these two slokas we learned. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadana abhitam anukulena krishna nishulinam bhakti uttama. Okay, pure devotional service. Then we saw this. Adha Shri Krishna namadi napa vedgrahyam indriye sevanmukehi jihvato swayameva smaratyata. Now 2 more slokas we'll complete in the next 2 chapters, classes. Okay. Okay, Hare Krishna. I think we can stop here. Yes, okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Anand Kodi Vaishnav ki jai, Shri Prabhupada.